Hey, what's going on YouTube? And welcome back to On My Cloud, scholars out there. My name is Kieran Tross. I want to thank you for continuing watching the SC-100 course. In this video, we are going to look at the user risk and sign-in risk policies. Now, we talked a little bit about it in the previous video, introduced you to the concept so you understand exactly how they work and the purpose of it. Now in this video, what I want you to do is go into your Entra portal. Now you can go in through two ways and look and review these settings and configurations. Well, one would be in entra.microsoft.com and the other one will be in portal.azure.com. So on the screen, I have the Entra page. And once you get to the Entra page, you will come down here within identity. And then within identity, you're going to go and look for identity protection. Once you get into identity protection, you get into the identity protection dashboard. There is where you can get information about what's going on in your environment. Even down here, you have the risky activity by location. This is pretty much just a dashboard, right? Now you have a lot of these different blades here that you could look into. And right here is what I'm focused on, right? So you have the user risk policy. Now, if you notice on the top here, it says, we recommend migrating user risk policy, conditional access policy for conditions and controls. So this is pretty much the older way of doing it, the legacy way of looking at your user risk policy and sign-in risk policies. Microsoft does not recommend everyone going through conditional access policies. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, well, why are you showing it to us then? Because I don't know what you'll get on the test. You know, it does take them some time to update the test, and I want to make sure that I am preparing you for the exam. And just in case you get some question around the setup, this is why I'm showing it to you. Now, if you do get questions about user risk policies or where do you go and where you should set them up, hopefully conditional access is there as one of the multiple choice questions. But if conditional access is not there, then I would definitely suggest that you look and make sure you see it under identity protection, because that is where you would see it. Now, over here, you have your policy name, user risk remediation policy, assignments, users. Now, you could change this option. Instead of doing all users, you can go to select individual groups. You also can exclude some individuals as well. So let's say you have a combination here, and then you say, I need to exclude. You can come over here, and then now you have this window that populates for you. And then this is where you would now put all your excluded users for your user risk policy. Now down here, if you click on this, it says likelihood that user account is compromised. So if you click over here, you have a couple of different options. It says configure user risk levels needed for policy to be enforced. Select the controls to be enforced. So you have the ability to choose between high. You also have medium and above. So that would give you medium and high alerts. And then you would also have low and above as well. To be honest with you, I'm not even sure what's below low, but they have low and above. Oh, sorry, excuse me. This is low and above. Sorry, I was thinking to myself, low and below. Sorry about that. So this is low and above, which would now take in everything here on your screen. So then you have controls, and if you come over here, it says select the controls required for access grant. And essentially the way this is read out is it says select controls to be enforced. I can block access, allow access, or require change password. Now, a lot of times when it comes to these type of things, you would require to change password. But depending on your organization or what they are trying to ask, it's really up to you. There's really no, what should I say, template of doing this. And what I mean by that is just because it works for one organization doesn't mean it's going to work for your organization. So it's really important for you to really think about, what resources and what can possibly be affected by it. So when I talk to clients and I'm working with clients, I never, sometimes I get questions like, oh, what are other organizations doing? Or what should we do here? And I'm like, well, my goal is to have a tailor-made solution for you. So certain things you can take from other clients, but I like to do things specific to each client. So then you have sign-in risk policy. And if you notice up here, it says we recommend migrating sign-in risk policy to conditional access for more conditions. So this is also moved as well. And I'm going to go into how you can set that up with conditional access policies in subsequent videos. So here it says our policy name. It says assignments, and it really flows the same way. So if I come over here to all users, I can do all users, individual groups, and I also have the exclude option as well. Now, just because you have it set up here doesn't mean you have to set it up in the same way. You can change up the way you want this set up. Now here, sign and risk, I have low and above. And then here I have also the controls, which is block, allow access, and require multi-factor authentication. Now, the thing is, with these settings, it's pretty much static, to be honest with you. With conditional access policies, you can modify and apply those, and you can apply it. This is more at the tenant level. Now, with conditional access policies, it gives you the ability to apply this for specific things. So as I mentioned before, if you're trying to get access to a specific area in the environment, you may now want to make that sign-in risk policy a little bit higher, because that information can carry a heftier fine if it gets compromised, or it is some intellectual data associated with that repository in your environment, and you really need to make sure you have the guardrails in place in your environment to keep your data safe. So that wraps up about the sign-in and user risk policies. This is the legacy way of doing things. In the next video, we are going to dive into conditional access policies, talk a little bit about, introduce you to that concept, and then we're going to continue having some more subsequent videos about conditional access policies as well. So I want to thank you for watching this video. Hopefully, the information I provided you was beneficial. Here at Cloud Scholars, my goal is to get you from scholar to consultant, and of course, consultant to expert. Thank you, and see you next time.